Hello, so my name's Anushree and this year I have done the UCAT for the third time and it will be my third time applying to do medicine again. So just a bit about myself, I am a recently graduated biomedical science student, and previously I have applied to do medicine for this year, which I didn't get an offer for, and also after my A-levels, and unfortunately I wasn't successful. I did, however, get one offer and one interview across those 2 times that I applied, but it didn't work out in the end, but fingers crossed it works out this time. So I just wanted to talk a bit about my MedEntry experience, and first thing I want to say to whoever's listening to this is I hugely recommend using MedEntry, the resources, so the website where you have the question banks, practice questions, the mock exams, and definitely go to the weekend workshop, because that's how my MedEntry experience started. So I follow Dr. Ray on Instagram, and I actually found this workshop that was supposed to happen literally in 2 days' time. It was a weekend workshop, just 2 days of going through each section of the UCAT and how to use different techniques to the best of your advantage. And considering this is my third time doing UCAT and that I've learned these techniques before, I still thought, okay, let me go to this workshop, see what it's about, because at that point I was really struggling to revise for my UCAT. I had about 2 months of revising, not constantly, but on and off, and I was very low in morale and I didn't know what I was doing with myself. So I went to the workshop hoping it would help, and honestly it was the best thing I did. I can't recommend it enough to anyone. So definitely go to that. And what that workshop did for me is, even though I already knew the techniques, like I said, it was a good recap, because after the 2 months of me revising for the UCAT, it's almost that I forgotten what I was doing. It's very hard to explain, but doing the workshop refreshed my mind, put me in the right place, and just gave me that boost that I needed at that time. And that actually allowed me to postpone my exam a further 2 weeks, because after I found out about MedEntry and the resources, I thought, okay, let me make the most of it, let me use these resources since I have more time. And it was definitely worth it, definitely worth it. Don't think about the money. If you want to ace your UCAT, trust me, it will benefit you for the long run. And in the workshop, going through the techniques allowed me to basically just, it's like a revision session, just recap all sections. And most importantly, what I really liked about this workshop that I've not seen in any other resources, like I've had tuition for UCAT as well, and I've used platforms like Medify and the books to practice questions, and what the workshop did for me was it really boosted my confidence. The way Dr. Ray taught us in that workshop, went through the techniques, went through each section, was so motivating, and you can tell how dedicated Dr. Ray is in wanting us to do well. And it wasn't just that motivation, it was making us more confident, making us show that we are confident. It's just a very tough time, but that we can do it, and it made a huge difference. And after that, I basically got back on track, and I hope people have that same experience, which is why I hope this video helps, so you get a good idea of how my journey was, and hopefully you have the same as well. And after I did my UCAT, I was amazed at my score. It was a score that I never thought I would get, and I do think a huge part of it was making that last minute decision literally 2 weeks prior to my exam to use MedEntry and its resources. And the good thing about the resources is, I think personally it is a very accurate judgment of how well you're doing, and it gives you a clear-cut score, and I think that's very important because a lot of people tend to take these scores very seriously when practicing, and you should to an extent, but you shouldn't worry too much about it. I think definitely picking up the pace, getting the practice in, but also making sure you feel confident about yourself, and that's what Dr. Ray gave for me, and I didn't get that from any other resource that I use for my UCAT revision. And just before the exam, literally 5-10 minutes before, yes, I was nervous, but compared to the last 2 times, I must say I've never been this calm for any exam, and I genuinely think it's because that workshop made a huge difference to my confidence, and I really hope other students such as yourselves get the same opportunity. So if you're doing your UCAT anytime soon or will do in the future, I wish you the best of luck, and I do recommend MedEntry, and it will change your life, definitely. Thank you.